What is up, A team? Welcome back. Awesome, awesome here. Hope everyone's having an awesome day or night, depending where, but hope it's awesome. And yes, we're back at it today to talk more about crypto, to obviously talk more about the markets. I am coming on here a little bit. Someone did say in the chat in Discord, just go on live now. And I was like, you know what, dude? Like, I just got my coffee, just got home from getting my coffee. I'm gonna go on live, dude. We're gonna go live. We're gonna go live early. We're gonna get it out there. We're gonna talk, spend some time, talk about everything. Like I said, the cryptocurrency market has been a little bit down. It was crazy seeing it yesterday. Yesterday it was on a massive move. I mean, we saw Bitcoin reclaiming 90,000. We saw Ethereum jumping back up there. I thought we were gonna hit into the three. We were above the 3,000 marker. I was pretty pumped. I was like, dude, we actually might see a nice little rally toward the end of the year. Longs got absolutely obliterated like normal. We saw the markets come down. We see the stock market is not taking profits towards the end of the year. So before we jump into it all, though, I do want to say what's up to the A team. We got Guy in the house here. Oh, Zach, what's up, buddy? Good to see you guys. We got Pete, what's up here? Eugene, what's up, Eugene? You got Addie in the house here. Just Maui, what's going on, guys? Good to see you guys. Who else we got in the house here? XCL, Legend, what's going on, man? Good to see you, Days Dog Zoe. Yeah, we got Tim Shig at the Mayor Crypto in the house here. What's up, my guy? What's up, dude? We got Andrew. Could be the return of the Daves. A team will hold down. A team will hold down. Appreciate you, Andrew B. We got Derbs, Griff. Good to see you guys. Alexi. We got Alex. Yeah, we got Outdoor Nature Show. What's going on, man? Neo. Tommy Savage. Johnny Blaze. What's up, buddy? Sent an XCL 3 months from now. People will wish they bought more. Yeah, we'll talk more about. Definitely talk about that. The Sent and XCL. We got the XCL Mafia in the house here. What's going on, guys? Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that. Obviously, the pre-sale came out. Definitely down. Definitely taken. Definitely feel a little bit wounded right now. I will admit, even looking at my bag, I'm kind of like, ouch. So we'll talk more about that as well. But I'm still holding strong. It just came out. Again, I get that people are selling for losses, which is crazy. But everyone has their own reasons as to why they got into it. Have their own reasons as to why they're exiting from it. And I'm not here to bag shame or tell people they can't do whatever they want to do with their own money. That's crypto for you. So I'm here for it, dude. I'm excited for it, but that's just me. Everyone, like I said, it's different. So this whole year's been a bull BS, all smoke and mirrors, lost 19K on all my money. Took high risk loans. Damn, bro. With everyone screaming massive blowups coming, you'd be rich. Yeah, I'm with you, William. It's a little bit, it's been a rough 2025. We'll show some stuff on there. Is my audio messed up? No audio. I can't hear. Is the audio messed up right now? Here, let me get this squared away here. I restarted YouTube. Audio is back. Sound is working on my side. Okay, maybe Austin will be bored with us half an hour early. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I got soccer. We got soccer today. We had soccer all weekend, dude, which was crazy. Crazy soccer weekend. But it was fun, man. We had a good time. I'm kind of exhausted. I'm kind of a little under the weather from it for sure, dude. Had to restart okay, so hopefully it's all good, dude. But let's jump into it. We got some things to cover here, and let's get rocking and rolling. As you can see right now, the cryptocurrency market is down on the day, just a tad bit down on the day after we had this massive rally going into yesterday. I mean, I thought we were gonna blow out a bit, but I mean, here we are. Market cap back down to 2.96 trillion. Bitcoin back to 87. This did tap right here at 90 this morning, which is crazy to look at. Like, you go back and actually look at the data on this. I mean, it's crazy to see how much we rallied. And I was like, oh man, we might go. We went all the way back up here. And let's go to the actual. Let's go to the 24-hour chart here. You can see, I mean, we went all the way up and actually did really, really well. And then we just came down right here, roughly about 90, right about 90,204 is where we peaked out at. And then we came back down on Bitcoin. So yeah, back to 87. You can see right here, Ethereum went back above 3,000. It was like 3,050, I think is where it was, almost 3,100. Then came back down to 2,900. XRP was actually didn't really do that good, right? I mean, it actually just went up just a tad bit. It's up about 1.85% or something like that, and then came back down to 1.85. And everything else kind of following suit here. Zcash still doing pretty good. But for the most part, crypto is down. Stock market, you can see the Dow's down 300 points. S&P 500 down 38 for after hitting its all-time high. And then you got the NASDAQ down about 181. You can see right here, it all falls as investors take profit on tech stocks into the final stretch of 2025. And I think that's the same thing with crypto. We're seeing that across the board here. I still hold a little bit of Pepe. Yeah, what's your thoughts on Pure Wallet? I mean, Pure Wallet's still out there, still doing its thing for sure. I think Pure Wallet still has. I mean, it's you can use it right now. I think it's one of the wallets I still have open on my thing right now. I think it's tech. It's new tech. it's still developing. It's not 100%, but I think it's still working, and I think it's some work in progress. It's doing well. So Cent is a good scoop price coming. Yeah, Cent is definitely down right now for sure. Cent is down. We'll take a quick look at it real quick. You can see Cent's down about 29% on the day. It's down about 40% since the launch, dude. Absolutely been obliterated. People are selling it for massive losses. I was looking at the holders before we jumped on here, and top holders are still holding, dude, which is crazy to think. I mean, a lot of the top holders, I'm still holding down pretty hard on it right now. I was looking at my wallet. I was like, gosh, dang, dude, I think I'm down like almost $8,000 on my $21,000 in purchase. So, I mean, I'm down pretty heavily on it right now. XCL still, I mean, still hovering there, even with the markets being down right now. XCL still hot 12. XCL hanging in there, man. XCL is still the bag to own, as you guys know. I mean, if you zoom back out on this thing, I mean, XCL is actually doing pretty good still. I mean, still from a pre-sale standpoint, it's still doing really well. Still up 250%, 271% since pre-sale, almost a 3x still. So like that's still doing pretty good. As much as Cent's down right now, XCL actually looking still pretty good even on this massive sell-off. You can see across the board, all the top Uniswap, everything's down right now across the board. So like I said, Cent's just taking a big beating. It's a brand new project, fresh liquidity. Sellers, the only people selling Cent right now are the holders. There's no free tokens out there. It's 100% burned. It's renounced. The tokens are locked away. The only way that Cent goes down is the holder selling for losses. That's what it comes down to. You know what I mean? You can go out and see that everything's been posted. I actually double checked to see it. It is in the null wallets, and so yeah. And on top of that, Cent came in and had a pretty big burn, and it got liquidated pretty quickly. So I mean, now it's just back to building the chart, and yeah, the chart looks like ass. I'm not gonna lie, it's tough. It's tough to watch, but here we are. Now. Now it's just a matter of them holding true and burning up the chart when the profits are in, and hopefully build back out of the wall that we're in. Pure Wallet is going to be the one. Then my dad died 3 weeks ago. We were really close. Got screwed on a block. Oh man, that sucks, dude. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. We'll scoop in for some more Cent. I might have to DCA in just to because I need to. You know what I mean? Down pretty good, dude. I don't need to sell for tax harvesting. Have plenty of loss already. Yeah, I think that's kind of what's happening. I mean, that's where I was kind of like, people are selling. This thing went all the way up to almost a 3, almost went up almost a 3x, dude. I think it went up to a 3x, and then came down hot, and I think people just sold it. So yeah, kind of wild to see. But I mean, and then people are selling at massive loss right now, which is crazy to me. So let's jump into some of these things here. Which is crazy about this too is the demand for U.S. assets is extremely strong right now. I was looking at this morning. Crazy looking at 2024. 2024 was actually a really good year for crypto, for everything, right? I think going into 2024 was really, really good. 2025, it's kind of been up and down, but you can see right now the market has grown for foreign purchases of U.S. assets. This is huge, man. The foreign investors bought roughly $20 billion more in treasuries than in 2024, bringing a total of $580 million into basically into the U.S. assets just this year alone. I mean, the global capital has flown into U.S. like at a historic pace. So as much as the markets are down, and they're not even that down. I mean, like they're just going through a little bit of a bear market here in the Q4. I mean, we just saw the S&P 500 hit another all-time high. So like we can't sit there and say it's bearish by any means, but it is crazy to see how much money is flowing into the U.S. assets here. What's even wilder about this is the whole silver thing, right? We saw silver hitting all-time highs. We saw precious metals hitting all-time highs. Over the weekend, we had a pretty big sell-off with this, and this also includes silver. A lot of people were roughly saying that over 51% of people were saying that by January it was going to be $100 an ounce. That has fallen down to 16% over the last couple hours. Silver price are now down to roughly 14% from last night's record high, which this was, again, silver hitting an all-time high, and then, dude, it just came down 14%. Look at this, dude. Gold down roughly 3%, roughly down about $132. You can see silver came down roughly 6.41%. Roughly down about $5. But I mean, things are starting to come down here. Platinum down 11, copper, all these things came down on the precious metal side. And it's just kind of crazy to see. I would just expect a lot of volatility. That's basically what it comes down to, is there's going to be a lot of volatility out here. Smash that like button. I appreciate you, Phil. Yeah, hit that like button. Thank you so much, dude. Cent chart looks like a rug pull. Hopefully it goes back. Yeah, and I get that the whole people were saying, even in my Discord, were saying that Cent was a rug pull. It can't be a rug pull, dude. The only people that can sell it are the people holding it. There's no free tokens. There's no, it's locked forever. There's no access to its renounced contract. You can't even change anything. It's all there. So, I mean, like everything for Cent is, I mean, it's all holder based. That's the best part about it. But at the same time, you got people that are literally okay selling for losses. Like, and we're talking 40% down. That means if you put $1,000 in, you're okay taking a $400 loss. If you put a 10,000 in, you're okay taking a $4,000 loss. Like, that's crazy to me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm down pretty heavily on mine. I haven't even opened my bag yet. On here yet. I've looked at it on. I haven't even added the. I haven't even added it to my. I should probably add it here. I'm gonna import my token here real quick. Let's actually add cent real quick so I can see where it's at. Or I could show you guys where it's at. Let's go to the contract. Let me add it to my MetaMask here real quick. Yeah, you can see I'm down roughly almost 8,100 bucks, probably a little more than that actually. I put 21,000 in, I'm down to 12,000. So I mean, I'm down pretty heavily on this. You can see Acceler's still up pretty good. So the profits I made from Acceler are basically rolling over into Cent and vice versa. But yeah, you can definitely see that the team definitely needs to do some things. I'll tell you right now, the team definitely needs to get it on to make this better. And I would push for this in Telegram and everywhere else. Is they definitely need to get the DEX tools updated here. So the website's here, all this stuff is up here. The X page has the symbol here. Like that definitely needs to happen. It needs to definitely get on CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko and all those things. I mean, we all saw that happen with Acceler. Like there's a lot of things that need to be done. And I again going over it's a holiday weekend, so good time. People were like, it could be a really good time to launch. But it's a holiday weekend, things are shut down. So I could see, or things are, I don't know, people are working at CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko and DEX. I don't know any of that kind of stuff, but I could tell that's probably another reason why it's down as well, is getting some things verified. So there's some things that they definitely could work on for sure. Algo, you were wrong. The contract was released and the tokens were distributed. Yeah, just upload the contract into your wallet, dude. What the heck happened to Sentinel? Didn't release the contract address until days after launch? No, they didn't. They released it right at launch, bro. Algo, they released the contract right at launch, dude. Yeah. So, everyone has their own opinions on it, dude. If you're having Trust Wallet, dude, be smarter about it. If you download a Trust Wallet, it's not showing up in Trust Wallet, just take your seed phrase and upload it into another wallet, dude. You don't have to be solely on Trust Wallet. Take that seed phrase from Trust Wallet and upload it into SafePal, or upload it into Pure Wallet, or upload it into MetaMask. Like do something other than wait on Trust Wallet, and then you can actually go in and see it. So I didn't see the 60K burn. Did they do it at once? Yeah, they did do it at once. It came in. I don't know what time it came in exactly, but it went up, it pumped the chart back up to like 0.0015 or something like that, or can't remember exactly where. It went back above pre-sale price, and then obviously got liquidated from that pretty big sell. So yeah, repeat after me. We're in a bear market. Yeah, I think we're definitely. I mean, that's very bearish. I'll tell you the reasons why it's very bearish is because you can see right here that if December closes red, 75% of ETH 2025 will be in the red. This is crazy to see right here. That there's only been 3 months in 2025 where ETH was in the red. Like that's crazy, dude. That's crazy to see. I didn't even look at that. But I mean, last time that actually happened was back in 2018. So like it's kind of wild when we start to look at that. 2018 was definitely a bear market. Bearish, a very bearish market for Ethereum back here in 2018. And you can see it went into a decent year in the following year. And 2018, there was only 3 months where it was in the green as well. And that's same that falls here with 2025. So I'm hoping that basically next year we see a little bit more, a little bit more pump out of that. But what's crazy is that the end of December actually was really, really good in 2018. 2019, it was actually really bad. So I don't know what's going to happen here. I do think that people are out here buying Ethereum. People are out here buying Bitcoin. There was another chart up here I was going to show you guys right here that heads up 3 of the best performing days for Bitcoin are coming up. January 1st is positive 2% of the time. And you can see right here that January 1st, roughly positive it goes up about 1.19%, which isn't a crazy amount of money. Like it's not like it goes crazy, but I mean, 90% of the time, Bitcoin has been in the positive on January 1st. You can see right here that on January 2nd, it goes up roughly about almost 2% on the second. So basically, we're going to have 2 days where if you look at the average of this, we're going up almost 3.5%, maybe about 3.2% on these 2 days alone. And then obviously January 14th is sitting here about 1.7, about 60% of the time positive. So, again, this is just something to look at. Who knows? History has not repeated itself, but it is something to look forward to. That January 1st, you see a lot more money coming in. It's the beginning of the year. You got whole new tax implications. You got different, you got a whole year before tax comes in. So people are obviously going to be pouring in their profits that they took this year for taxes to then pour in at the beginning of the year to ride the entire year out, or take losses in this year to then buy in at the beginning of the year. So but we could see basically a nice little run coming up here in the beginning of the year. How January figures itself out, I have no idea. I have no idea how January is going to work itself out. But I'm hoping with the months that we've had historically, when you look at the historical numbers here for Bitcoin and for Ethereum, we know that basically the ending of this year has been a rough year. I mean, I think we can all agree to that. Like, we can all agree that it's definitely a bearish year, right? I mean, look at this Bitcoin, 3 months down. Last time we had that was back over here in 2018, again, a very bear market, and we followed into 2019 in January, still in the red. Doesn't mean we can't pump out of it and have a good, couple days, but I mean, we did follow that in. And anytime that December has been in the red, only one time I think that we've actually, a couple times right here was in the red. We bounced into a positive. Back in 2022, we were in the red and bounced into a positive. But then there's a couple times where we were in the red and we bounced into a red month as well. So it could be very, very mixed results. I don't think anything's repeating itself. All I know is that this has been one of the worst Q4s that we've had since 2018. And it does kind of suck to see. So to say that we're not in a bearish market is crazy. We definitely are in a bearish market. I mean, 3.69% down on Bitcoin in October, 17.67% in November, and roughly 3% here. And we got 2 days left of the year. So I mean, it's kind of crazy to see. And if you look at it historically, even from an Ethereum standpoint, look at Ethereum, dude. Ethereum, I mean, it's on track for its again, for its third worst Q4 ever. But typically fall in a Q4, we end up going into the next year looking really well. I mean, you can see right here, you can see, let me zoom in a little bit here for you guys. You can see last time Q4 ended at 39, we pumped all of 2017. Last time we ended in with 41% down, we pumped in Q1 of 2019. Then in Q4 of 2019, we pumped in 2020. Then we go back over here in 2022, we were in the red. We pumped in Q1 of 2023. And so you can see right here that we're very much similar to that, where we have been down pretty good. I mean, the fourth worst ever, which means, I mean, if history repeats itself, I mean, we could have a nice Q1 for at least Ethereum and a nice Q1 for Bitcoin as well. That's kind of what we're hoping for, at least. Let's see here. For a project that raised 4.4 million, horrible communication. They've always kind of gone off that, you know what I mean? Like, they haven't, the team behind Sentinel and XCL have, it's meant to be like, that's been the whole MO, is to kind of be mysterious and kind of, lead with doing things versus saying things. And so, I mean, I don't think that that's anything that was a shock to anyone here. Question for the team: is the bot burning daily as stated, or as the cadence change clarification would go a long way? I agree. I don't know, dude. I haven't even looked at it. I honestly, pre-sale happened, guys, and I've been at soccer all weekend. I looked at the charts just because like people in Discord were, going on and on. But like, I hadn't even kept up with the website, you know what I mean? Or what's all the updates or any updates or anything like that. I was just looking at the chart all weekend. So I haven't even like I said, and obviously I was looking at my bag to see where it was going. I was like, damn, dude. Insane ride on the silver crazy train. That is a crazy ride, Scott. I'll give you that, dude. Jordan, thanks so much for the 11 months being here, dude. More silver being sold than banks physically own. That's pretty crazy. I was reading someone saying something about I'm gonna go like start melting my dimes or something like that. Someone's like, I'm gonna go start melting my dimes. But I didn't realize that in 1960s they stopped making dimes out of silver and nickels out of silver. It was in 1960s. So anything after that is basically copper, which I don't think I knew that. So I did look that up. Grok actually called them out for it. And I was like, oh, damn. What do you do? What do you mirror your wallet? What do you do? What do you mirror your wallet? You just take your seed phrase. You just go to another wallet like SafePal and say, add existing wallet. And you'll just put in your seed phrase there. And then that wallet will now interact with the blockchain. So yeah, there's so many ways around this. The thing is, keeps thinking that previous highs will be broken. So wait for the moments that it never comes. Sometimes it feels like that. I'll give you that for sure. From my understanding, the bot will burn weekly or bi-weekly. Either way, the burn is not gonna do shit until the selling pressure's off. That's true. I mean, people are selling at a pretty crazy rate right now. I'll give it that. It's a pretty crazy rate. It's only been out for 3 days. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. It's been out for technically 3 days. And I mean, people have just been selling. So I mean, like, there's no way to find a floor. There's no way to like start a recovery because people are just selling. So that just means to me that people got in for the wrong reasons. People were looking for a pump and dump. People were whatever people were looking for. I don't know. Like, everyone has their own reasons. Like I said, I mean, like, I'm obviously bought in to hold for. I want to see this project succeed. I want to see this project go up in price. That's the whole reason you buy a project. Um, but you know, people have their own reasons, and I'm not here to question their reasons. Like, do you, boo? I always say that, do you? But at the end of the day, like, I mean, this project will do as good as the community wants it to do. And right now, the community that, or the people that bought behind, I wouldn't say the community, because I mean, there's still a big community behind this. I'd say that the people that got into this, there's a lot of people out here that, you know, weren't here for the project. They're here for a quick buck or whatever it might have been, and that's, you know, that's on them at the end of the day. Scent has already accumulated 32,000. 220 to burn in 3 days. That's pretty freaking good. Damn, I didn't know that. What's up, XL Mafia? I didn't know that. I guess I haven't looked at the dashboard. Like I said, I've been in soccer all weekend. I haven't even looked at it. So everyone, I'm probably the last person to go to for some of the updates here, other than like seeing the price. Let's see here, my dashboard. Let's see if it loads up here real quick. That's great. I'm glad to see the bot running and going on the burns. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I agree. I assume you have some money inside a Pure Wallet. I have 8,000 in Pure Wallet. I have 8,000 in Pure Wallet, dude. It looks like Jet Clever is going to lose his XRP bet. Who'd he bet, though? Okay, well, this isn't showing up yet, so Cent has already accumulated. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's good. That's a lot of accumulation in 3 days, bro. That's a lot of accumulation. $3,200. So it's already done half in 3 days. It's done half of what it's did before. Well, no, I guess I'll see the dashboard. I don't know. This dashboard looks like it's down a little bit right now. So I'll let that load up here. So we saw that right there. We saw that, you know, obviously silver came down pretty hot right here. What's crazy too is this right here. Bitcoin the fourth quarter seasonality is running in reverse this year. As you guys know, this is these parameters right here are the plus and minus of 25% range. So what these are right here, this big dark black or blue, depending on what you're looking at here, is the average price for Bitcoin during these times, like over the last 10 years. And then you have your peaks over here, and then you have your valleys over here. So we're outside that, dude. Like, we are well outside the even the lower end of this, right? So you have your low and you have your high, and then you have your average in between. We've far exceeded below the average. Like, we're at levels we've never seen since basically back, probably close to almost 10 years ago. And you can see we've only done it a couple times where we broke through this lower barrier here. We got it back here, 1, 2, and this will be the third time. And it's just kind of crazy to see that we've done a reverse on this. Look at that. It's completely reverse of the average, which is a wild thing to look at. What's up, Anthony Hawkins? Good to see you, buddy. Technically, nickels were never made with silver. Okay, maybe it was just dimes. Maybe it was just dimes, Mally. That's what it was. Maybe it was just dimes. Mass unfollowed, ignore Jay Claver. We need to start ignoring the creators who throw out stupid price predictions. Yeah, I mean, the what did he say? I remember that was a crazy price prediction for sure. All those are donors of his making 500 to 1,000 donations. Who are you talking about? I don't know who we're talking about there. Wait till the mites start coming online and the community runs the mites to generate intel and move past them. I mean, that would be pretty crazy to see, right? The mite things are pretty wild. I'll give you that. I'm grabbing more cent just for the mites. My Warren nickels were made with 35% silver. I didn't know that either. Silver is kind of crazy right now, dude. What's up, Coco? Good to see you, buddy. I could not sell cent on Pure Wallet. Did not have ETH connection. Was available until most night. Unavailable. If sold, I could have lost, but didn't. Still holding cent. Okay. Yeah, I heard that people were having some issues with the Pure Wallet. Dimes, quarters, and $half coins of 1964 before. Okay, so those were what it is. 1964 before. So you could they're like, I'm gonna start melting them and sell them for an ounce or sell per ounce. I was like, that's crazy. So as we saw this morning, dude, BlackRock was selling. This obviously caused what the market to shift this morning. So I don't know if you guys saw this, but markets did take a shift today. If you went to RCAM and actually saw that BlackRock was selling this morning, yeah, you could see right here on RCAM that they were obviously depositing to Coinbase Prime. And when it goes to Coinbase Prime, you know what's going to happen next. And you can see that across the board that that's sort of what was happening here. Here it is on RCAM as well, which is where they're getting a lot of their data. You can see, look at that, 300, 300, 300, 300. I mean, you can go down the whole list here. Move it over. Let's move over to the next one here. You got ETH going in, ETH getting purchased, Bitcoin. I mean, a lot of Bitcoin getting purchased out of here or getting sold out of here from BlackRock. And anytime that happens, we're seeing a massive sell-off. You can see that it's down pretty good. It's crazy how much they actually hold. We're talking, dude, that's crazy. $77.9 billion. It's just nuts, dude. You can track their profit and losses here. They're definitely not looking too good when you start to look at it from a price value standpoint. A shift in the market, what's new? Yeah, I would agree. Good morning, Crypto Keeper Joel. Good to see you, dude. A lot of people having issues with Pure Wallet, not good right before pre-sale ends. Yeah, they're definitely having some issues with it. That's for sure. No question about that. Juan, good to see you too. Good morning, Austin. I have two Austins talking to me in Discord. All right, no, they're not me, dude. Definitely turn off your messages. Turn off any of that kind of stuff, dude. Oh, you called silver last winter and you didn't buy it? Why would you not buy it, dude? I didn't buy any, but what? Yeah, it's crazy. What does silver and precious metals benefit? Like, does it benefit crypto? No, it doesn't benefit crypto, but it's just an asset. Well, it's one of the larger asset classes, and so people buy it. They don't own. Some people probably own physical gold and physical silver, but I mean, when you're out here trading it, you're just trading paper. It's just paper trades. That's all it is. So you got to realize that those paper trades, that's basically what it means. They're just out here. You can long it, you can short it, you can do any of that kind of stuff. So yeah, it doesn't change a whole lot. Let's see here. Yo, bro, how did Descent get airdrop? Because I haven't received any. How did Descent? What does that? Seymour? I don't know what that means. Descent. Yo, how Cent get? Yeah, it should have got airdrop, bro. You got to add the contract to your ad. You got to add the contract to your wallet, dude. What wallet did you open up, Seymour? And hedge against the fiat dollar. Yeah, and you can hedge against the fiat. That's true. Yeah. What just Maui just said. Yeah, you can hedge against the U.S. dollar as well. But they are selling. So when anytime this happens, you're gonna have this. This will be a good time. But I mean, the crazy thing is we're building a crazy floor here. If you go back and look at just looking at Bitcoin, I was looking at it over the last going through the 4 hours here. We built a crazy floor right here. I mean, we're not really seeing. I mean, the lows are roughly around 84. The highs are around 95, and this is over the course from November. So we're basically starting here in October. You can see this is the October downturn right here. Okay, let's actually go to the day chart on this, make it a little easier. You can see right here the downturn was here October, right? October 10th, we started to have this massive fall off right here from the liquidation event. Boom, this is the liquidation event. Then we came down. We had other sell-offs happening here, and then we built this nice little floor here. And you can see that we're roughly, if you take the same measurement here, I was looking at this last night I sat down and was looking at this. If you take the same measurement of where we peaked and where we hit a bottom here, it was it was about 79 days, almost 80 days. So if we take that same measurement here, we're very close from hitting this peak, coming down, hitting this, and then sort of coming back out of it. We're almost there, dude. Almost 80 days from the peak of where we're at right here to where we're coming down right now. We're basically just a little over 80 days from the last time this peak hit to the last time we started to come up out of it. We could probably even extend it to where we started to come out of it, which is about right there, about 90 days. You can come back over here and it's about 90 days. So it puts us 90 days, puts us at, January 3rd, look at that, dude. January 1st, 2nd, or 3rd, we're going to fall into this 90-day realm, right? To where we start to bounce out of it. So whether this holds true or not, I don't know. But we were back over here in April of this year. We were in a kind of a bear market as well. From where we hit a peak to where we bounced out was about 90 days. And so if we do 90 days again, it'll be very interesting to sort of see. That puts us right in timeline with what Timothy said over here, which is, where is it at? Oh, shit, where'd it go? Right here. January 2nd and the 1st are usually pretty good days to pump out of it, 3%. So if we started to jump out of it 3% from where we're at right now, let's just say that it happens. We go out a couple days. We stay at the same price. We bump around here. We stay at the same price. We go on the 1st of January here. We go up 3%. That puts us at roughly about a 90,000 mark, which is what we hit yesterday. Now, the question is whether we can actually continue to bounce out of that or not. We're going to have a lot of volume come in and see a lot more people. And I do think money's going to flow in. It's a new year. New money comes in. People were already selling out on their other stuff. So it's going to be interesting. 290 in house. Come on, 18, smash that like button. Oh, yeah, we got 308 people in here. Yeah, hit that like button. Appreciate you guys all being here. All sent tokens have been distributed. If you're not seeing them, you need to import the address in your wallet. Yeah, what Andrew said here. If you guys need help, yeah, there's a lot of people here on the A team that are willing to help out. We've all been here for a while. Look like a nasty bear flag. Hope I'm wrong. Oh, you're saying a bear flag coming in? I've stacked up about 170 ounces in 3 years. Started with, oh my gosh, 170 ounces. Is that physical gold, Scott? Or sorry, is that physical silver? Yeah, dude, I would just take your base wallet seed phrase and just bounce that over to like Pure Wallet or SafePal. Why wouldn't every bank just copy token code with XRP and HBAR and just run it themselves? Why would anyone use a token that has whales that can manipulate instead of fresh? Yeah, I don't know. Good question, F Joe. It's a good question. We're going to receive Pure Wallet token. Should we do anything after launch? I hope we receive. I don't know. I don't know anything about the Pure Wallet pre-sale yet. We're going to see what happens. To be honest with you, there's not 100% certainty on what's going to happen with the Pure Wallet. Not a lot of communication, unfortunately. And I got 8,000, like $8,200 wrapped up in that bad boy. So we'll see what happens there, and go from there. It looks like there's a fuel component with the mic, so you can also add fuel in the form of scent, I believe. Interesting. And we face another government shutdown in 34. That is true. We do face another government shutdown in 34 days, which puts us at roughly at the end of the month, right? Be the end of January, I think, is where we have to, and what's crazy is that I think if that happens, I'm going to be honest, dude. I think if that happens, the filibuster is going to get blown out, dude. If it gets put on the table for another government shutdown, I bet you the Republicans are gonna engage they're gonna nuke the filibuster. So that means that the next 3 years, Trump's pretty much going to do whatever the hell he wants, or at least for the next, not for the next 3 years, but for the next midterms, anyways, up until the midterms. Because you got to realize the only way to win the midterms right now is for the only way to win the midterms right now is for Trump to have a positive economy. Okay, so you had to feel that inflation's coming down. You got to feel like all these things are actually lining up. The markets have to be good. Like there's a lot of these things that are looking pretty good. So you have to have all these things. And if they don't, then usually it flips over and will become more of a liberal market than it will be a conservative market. And that's just kind of how it goes. And right now, crypto's front and center of not looking pretty good. I contacted you on X. You hit me up on X? Austin, do you think XRP will go down, hit 168? It very well could, dude. XRP is not that far away. This thing, the 4 hours the day chart's working its way up here. 4 hours working its way down. You can see that the day charts, the weekly's still at the bottom here, which is crazy to see, right? The weekly's been at the bottom for a very long time. It's actually been at the bottom. Let's go to this one. Actually, I hate that it only cuts off right there. Let me get Binance back in here. I thought I had XRP Binance. Maybe it's down here. You can see right here, this is Binance. So we've been down at the weekly for a really long time. Usually the weekly bounces back pretty quickly, but we've hit this 20% mark. And you could come over here and see that last time even in the last bear market, dude, the weekly wasn't at the bottom that long. We've been at a weekly low since September. We broke below the 20% back in October, probably about right around October 6th. This is when the whole sell-off happened, right? October 6th this happened. And you can see that we haven't had any clear bounce back at all. And so the weekly hasn't even began to build back up here, but the daily is starting to come back up again. This will eventually peak out up here. And it's going to be interesting to sort of see if it does, something like this, where we start to come up and then we build back out of it like this. And we come up and hit another high where we already hit above the 80%. And then we have this massive rally right here. That's kind of what happened. We broke above right here. We were sitting in this flat area right around 215. We hit this flat area on XRP, and then we were right above the 80% marker. And then this thing just went and shredded it up for about, I don't know, roughly a month, 2 months of just sitting here at the top. And so, I mean, something like that could happen again. And that will bring the weekly up. So I'm not going to say never, but I mean, I feel like we've hit a pretty good floor here A lot of volume. I mean, you can see the biggest volume sitting down here, but if you zoom in over the last year, just take the last year, which would be right about, yeah, probably about right about here. Let's go about right there. You could see that we are on average at 214, 220 actually. Last year started over here. This is December. Maybe move it over just a little bit more. Let's go to about right there. You can see that our average is sitting here around 220, 225, right? 225 is my number. You guys know that 225. You've been following for a while. 225 has been a massive number for me. So 225 is kind of right there for the taking still. But this all becomes resistance now. This is no longer support. Look at the resistance that this has to build back through to get back up to an all-time high. It's a lot of resistance. So it has to fight through. It has have a lot of volume come in again. I don't know if it has the hype or the resolve to get through it. I don't know. You only hold tight if you bought right. I like that. I see sent my pure wall in my phantom wall, but I have not received any airdrops. Yeah, that's if you see it in there, you should have that airdrop, bro. Post your seed phrase. Tax refunds coming as well. Tax refund, yeah, and then stimulus checks are coming as well. We talked about the stimulus checks coming, so that could be a crazy year. It could be a crazy year. I think that ship has sailed. Oh, you're talking about the filibuster? I don't know, man. I think that another government shutdown looming could cause that to happen. Holding 1,000 ounces of silver eagles here. That's crazy, dude. 1,000 ounces. My first year in crypto has been a wild ride. Now I have knowledge. 2026, I'm very bullish. Yeah, it's good. I'm bullish too, dude. It's okay to be in a It's okay to have a bearish market and still be bullish. Like I think that's still a good thing. You can see right here we have a Michael Saylor still buying. Michael Saylor came down here and bought a crap ton more today. I think he bought like over $100 million worth of Bitcoin today. I mean, he bought a pretty substantial amount today, and kind of crazy when you look at this. Bought another fat stack of Bitcoin. So even he's buying the dip right now for strategy. I think, yeah, right there, 108 million. I knew it was 100 million, but yeah, 108 million, roughly about 1,229 Bitcoin worth. Crazy to see this guy just keep stacking it up, man. So here's remember this whole psychology of the market. So people are still putting this up here, whether you guys believe in it or not. Some people think that we're actually here right before the optimism, belief, and thrill. People are thinking this is going to be Q1, and this is going to be Q1 of 2026 is going to be this right here. Again, take it for what it is. I mean, some people believe that, some people don't. But yeah, people are kind of in this optimism belief still. Some people feel that we're going through this massive bullish or bearish market right now, this is bearish. But this is kind of where the banana hammock guy said. I mean, this is where everyone thinks it's over, and when everyone thinks it's over, that's when everyone comes back in and has this massive beliefs and optimism that kind of flows back into it, dude. Sold all my crypto and bought it all back. Wiped out my gains for the year and bought in my average price down. I recommend it. Okay, all right, Jamin, I see you, buddy. I had a nightmare that I woke up and XRP was at 97. Yeah, that's pretty crazy to think, right? Is the stimulus real? I think so. I think it's part of the big beautiful bill that he put out there. So yeah, if stimmy comes by way of tax refund, when would the economy benefit from that? The economy would benefit from that probably end of Q. Well, it depends on people start to put in. Some people wait till April to put in their taxes, and some people wait till January to put in their taxes. Right? I think here in the United States, every company is required to have their is it W-2s or I think it's W-2s. Have to have your W-2s to you by January 31st at the latest. So I mean, people probably coming in Q2 of this year, or sorry, Q1 of this year, and people are probably going to be buying up the charts with their stimmies if that's what it comes into. How to get sent my Tangent wallet? I never messed around with the Tangent wallet. I'm assuming you have to import the contract, dude. Doesn't BTC go down after Sailor buys? Yes, it does. Every time. It did today too, dude. I got a substantial amount of sent that sent straight through the floor. Mine too, dude. I'm down pretty good too. Put 21,000 in sent. I'm down to 12,000. So yeah, I'm getting beat up pretty good with sent right now for sure. No question about that. Kind of sucks. I will admit it kind of sucks. I don't want to spread FUD, but how do you know we are there? How do we know that we're there with this? I don't know. I'm just saying some people are saying that. And, it's tough to say, bud. I don't know. it's tough to say where we're at. This market's been a weird market. I mean, you just go back and look at this is really weird to me when you start to look at like this stuff right here. I mean, we're in reverse this year, dude. We're not even following the average. Like this blue is the average. We've been well below the average since back in April. Since January, since basically Trump took office, we haven't even held the average for Bitcoin on a 10-year annual basis here. Again, this is a seasonality chart, so they take the median of all the last 10 years of Bitcoin and they put it on one chart, or this is what the Timothy guy does. And you can see that we've taken a massive reverse here going in from October. This is the liquidation event in October, right? The biggest liquidation event in crypto, and we've never recovered from that. So like we are at bottoms, bro. This is bearish for sure. But if that's where we're at in terms of this chart, like let's go back and look at this chart here. If that's the bearish marker here, then yeah, you're hoping that this is where it leads us to, right? 180K Bitcoin would be wild. Like I said before, I watch my bag reach zero before I sell. Yeah, wouldn't that tax refund be 2027? I don't think it's gonna be 2027. I think it's gonna be this year, dude. I think you're gonna get a stimulus check this year. The beautiful bill will give you an additional $6K per individual for the standard deduction. Check out the refund calculator. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. That's big. Can you connect multiple wallets to the Sentinel page to receive rewards? I think, well, you're just going to receive rewards no matter what if you own the token, right? Saw an airdrop for Smart Sentinels airdrop. Yeah, it's probably a fake one. Don't interact with that. Put 35K in. I'm getting ripped right now. Yeah, Midwest Reefs. I'm with you, dude. Yeah, living in UK, people are all scared of crypto. I mentioned it, and they easily dismiss it. I can't wait to be told, you guys. I researched the finances. Oh, the UK. Does the UK still? The UK is fine, right? The UK is. Aren't they on board? They're on board with crypto, aren't they? You just have to pay taxes. Austin, you're doing a fabulous job. Please, God, we get a green candle in the first quarter for. Actually, I'm with you, Jixer. Appreciate you, man. Oscar's live. Something about Trump. Interesting. Trump's always coming out with something new, right? Well, I think I did hear something about they were going to be doing a maybe it has to do something with Minnesota. I don't know. The whole Minnesota thing's crazy, by the way. I don't know if you guys have been following the whole Minnesota thing, but that thing is crazy as hell, dude. I don't know if you watched that, but that is a crazy, crazy thing, dude. The Minnesota thing is just wild. I'm like, dude, oh my gosh. If it comes out that that's really what's happening, which it looks like it is, like that is just crazy, dude. That's probably going on in so many other states too. I feel like Trump is gonna hard to win the midterms. Oh, he's got to, dude. It's the only way to keep. It's the only way to like keep power, right? Or to keep the office is to. You got to go hard on the midterms. You got to win the midterms, and on top of that, you got to have a good economy. So, like, if you don't have any of that, you're screwed, dude. Like, you've seen any incumbent that has come in. If the market's been shitty, that incumbent will never win. It just happened. That's just how it is. Yeah, Sentinel is going to do what it does. Sellers have no bearing on that, and just leads to more tokens burned. Yeah, it's crazy, right? I mean, it's kind of a crazy deal how Sentinel has been. I mean, like, it does suck. Like, don't get me wrong. I'll be 100% honest. Like, it sucks to wake up and see this. Like, this makes my stomach hurt. You know what I mean? Like, but, the tokens are locked forever. Liquidity is locked forever. Contracts renounced. They put all that stuff on X. You can go verify it. Now they're moving it over. Obviously, they're making money. I saw that. I was waiting for the dashboard to load up. Okay, it finally loaded up. There we go. I mean, so it looks like they are making. Damn, is that the post pre-sale cycle? What is that? Is that how much? Is that how much we're getting? Is that how much? 500 and I'm getting $566 in rewards. Is that what that's telling me? Is that maybe I'm wrong? I don't know. Post pre-sale profits about 4,723. I gotta follow this. I don't even know what the hell I'm looking at right now. Swarm override. Okay, so it looks like. Yeah, I don't even know, dude. I'm so bad at this, guys. I don't even know what the hell all this means. But like you can see they're making money right here. Swarm override, baseline established. You can see that 10,000, 12,000, 5,000. The swarm override is a one-time 14-day forced activation that runs after tokens distribution. This established performance baselines essential. Okay, so it's actually something created to help with the burn. So, yeah, that's good to see, man. It's already initiated underway. You can see rewards coming in. I mean, $566, not the greatest, but I mean, like, it's something. And then on top of that, you're having the bot working right now. So swarm efficiency is looking pretty good. Daily profits right now are about 9,000 on daily profits over 14 days, right? It's going over a 14-day window. So not bad. We'll see if that actually continues. But I mean, 14 days, I mean, on average, I mean, that's $140,000 going back in for profits to this. So in 14 days, I'm assuming that's when it all happens. But that's crazy. I don't know. Again, I'm just reading into this. I don't know. I have to do some more. I'm probably really bad. But you can see right now, ownership's renounced. Liquidity is locked. You can view the contracts there. Here's the contract address if you need it. I didn't see that till just now. So there's that. I mean, dude, I don't know, man. People are just selling. I don't know what to say, man. Like, I don't know. It kind of sucks. I mean, like I was saying, it really sucks. But nothing anyone can do about it. Honestly, like I'm here for it now, man. I'm knee deep in it, dude. Jared from Subway Medbot let loose in ETH liquidity pools. It's every single project on ETH. Somehow they got to combat that guy, right? How do you combat that guy? How do you combat those bots? I don't even know if you can. Can you? If you invest in XCL and Cent overall, you should be up. Hold on tight. I feel like the price is pushed down on purpose, getting people to sell. That was going to sell anyways, but at a loss. Hopefully they use the 4 mil to buy the chart up. I think that they're using the 4 mil to do this. I think that that's what it is. The 4 mil is out here being generated to make profits. Like it's in their bot to then come out here and make profits. And then these are the profits that are coming back. Like, I think that's where that's going, right? I mean, that's how I read it. That's how I read it, dude. Where's it at? Yeah. So right here, liquidity pool is 10 to 15. I don't know exactly how much they allocated to liquidity, but I mean, it was like $1 million. It's like $1 million. They allocated $1 million to liquidity, right? That's what liquidity was $1 million. So out of that 4 million, $1 million went to liquidity, right? Is that right? I could be wrong. Or give or take, and then you can see 85 to 9. So that means 90% of the Sentinel is going to the network to trade, to generate, to execute trades itself. So yeah, very interesting. I don't know. That's where my assumption's at right now. And so the dashboard is kind of what's telling me that. But I just want to know how yeah. I'm in the Pure Wallet. Yeah, I got like 8K in that bad boy, dude. I have had 8K in that thing for over a year, almost a year now. I think I bought in January. Yeah, I'm in Minnesota and called the child care watch number, and I went straight to Tim Walton's office. Oh my god, dude! At what point you said you wouldn't mind working for Pure Wallet? Is this still your mindset? Yeah, we'll see what happens, dude. You know what I mean? Like, the one thing that's tough is like, you never want to be like the face of a project or be on a project because, you just get beat up, and thankfully, like, just people here on the A team, even with Sentinel, like, you can see like a lot of maturity here on the A team. I'm sure there's probably people upset about this. I'm pretty disappointed about this, but I mean, like, there's nothing that can be done except for them to come back and just do what the project said it's going to do. Like, that's what they got to do. They kind of come out here and just keep letting this thing go on swarm overdrive and make profits for the project. Like, that's what you got to do. And then just let this thing come back. You know what I mean? Like, that's the best thing that can happen here. So I don't know what I want, dude. It could be a lot of work, and I'm just here for fun, dude. The Lyran Center. Yeah, it's pretty funny. I can see my tokens in ETHScan for Pure Wallet, but Pure Wallet won't let me add the tokens. Tom, just download SafePal, dude. I heard that Pure Wallet was having some issues. Just download SafePal and upload your seed phrase into SafePal. Say existing wallet and just upload it into there, bro. What's up, GS? Good to see you, buddy. A good hot curry tonight. Green candle scent. Why invest in crypto when you can just open a daycare? Well, yeah, that's crazy to open a daycare with no kids. I could do that, dude. I could open a daycare and not have any kids in there. That'd be the best thing ever. I'll name it Daddy Daycare, and then like no kids show up, dude. That'd be the best thing ever. We just watch sports. The kids that show up are like adults, like drunk adults. That'd be a bar. It's like a bar. Just open up a bar then. You know what I mean? I mean, most people that are intoxicated become childs. You know, they're most of them are kids. Your portion of profits is the number at the bottom. Oh, okay, yeah, so it's about $500. Austin, if you apply for EBT today, you will automatically enrolled in. That's crazy. uh, guys, I got a daycare idea. Totally, you guys are crazy with the whole freaking. They created a Medbot with a smoke screen. It's nothing special, but not 4 million worth. No, they didn't put a million in ETH. Only half of that and tokens. Oh, okay, but don't you have to have so it's 500,000 in ETH. So it's $500,000 in ETH, and then it's matched. It's paired with tokens, right? But don't you still have to account for those tokens though? I mean, it does. Don't those tokens have? Don't you still have to pay for those tokens? Or maybe I'm wrong. Like I said, I've never built a liquidity pool, so I don't know. So it's 500, but don't the isn't the other side of that have to be ETH, or is it just minted tokens? I'm definitely going to talk shit, yeah, to everyone. Austin, have you received your ETH rewards yet? I have not. Have you? Do I have to claim it? Who definitely has babies. I think you're on something. A combination adult daycare bar. They pair the ETH with the remaining tokens they use. That's why the LP was higher. They paired the ETH with the remaining tokens they used. Yeah, but so do you still have to account for that? Like, so if it's a million in liquidity, so that I know that there's a pairing of cent in there, but does that cent still hold $500,000 in value? That's what I'm asking. So like, so that means out of the 4 million, only 500,000 actually went into the pot. Is that how it is? And I the only reason I'm asking Terry that is because Terry, I mean, I know you've launched a few projects. They put like 440K in ETH, and so that's it. So they basically then okay. I couldn't get into Cent. I'm still in XCL. Yeah, gotcha. And so then the rest is paired to okay. Real question is why was XCL so easy? Or process contract added to wallets easy, airdrops easy, no sell duplicated error messages. But with Sentinel, it's different. That's why you see these sells. Yeah, I don't know why, dude. It's double the LP when paired with the tokens, half half. Yeah, but I'm just saying like that those or sorry, the cent tokens don't have when they minted those. Do they have value to them? Did they have to apply another $500,000 to those tokens or no? My plan for with XCL is like 3 years. Yeah, I don't know why they're having algo. I don't know why they're having those issues with this contract because there was a second cent token created. I don't know what that means. That guy. I don't know what that means. You probably have to explain that to me better. I don't know what that means. Um, let's see what else we got here. Yeah, this was a crazy. I was looking at this chart. This is crazy right here. Gold and silver were pumping, right? All time highs, and it said while Bitcoin stuck below 90K. It's just a crazy looking chart. You know what I mean? To see that Bitcoin and silver that gold and silver were just like, dude, just tearing it up over here, and you got Bitcoin just absolutely just down here, just getting beat up. There was 2 tokens created, so they marked it as a scam. Oh, marked it as a scam. That's crazy. How are 2 tokens created? When they say 2 tokens were created, how were 2 tokens created? What does that even mean? Have 2 tokens created? This is shit I don't even know. 2 tokens created. Or two tokens within the same contract. How is that even possible? Even majority was abandoned Trump for his midterms. Why would you want more Trump without a congressional oversight? Yeah, there's more I need to know. I have 2 cent tokens in my wallet. That's crazy. So one of them is do you think one of them is a you think one of them is a scam? Obviously, one is a scam token. I'm assuming one of the cent tokens that got sent to your wallet is a scam. Someone created another token named Cent right at launch. Oh, that's why. Gotcha. Interesting. So then one of them got. So you have to like basically you got to go through and like validate. One is a scam, and so they're basically saying like, hey, until one of these get validated, it's a scam. Until so, gotcha. What's up with the meme coins? Are they done? Probably. They'll come back. Memes will always be here, dude. Same here. One of them is twice what I actually bought. Gotcha. So they have to go through and like um basically verify. They have to verify it somehow. One of them is twice what I actually bought. That's crazy, dude. We got Seiko coming in here for 39 months, dude. That's crazy, bro. Almost 40. 18. I got to make one, dude. What does it say? But that's crazy, Seiko. I got to make a new one for you, dude. But yeah, people make I know people make fake tokens all the time. Like people after every launch. I mean, there's always a fake token out there. Like that's nothing new. I don't think. That guy comes in hot with the 20-month membership. You guys have been here for a long time. I know Terry's been here for a long time. He's probably been around that same time, dude. I received a fake token, sent token from the exact amount I was expected a day before the token launch. It was not Exceller provided contract sneaky scam. Yeah, you're always going to have that, dude. Like that's why these you're always going to have these scammers coming out here trying to drop things to get you to go out here and touch things. I got 15 Sentinel sent to my wallet. Didn't buy separate tokens. Yeah, those are all scam tokens. So yeah, you can see that that's kind of the fight. You got to fight these scammers off. You know what I mean? So guess what, Austin? Interested in a bot project? I can just exchange info with your estate. That's crazy. One deck screener, there were 4 to 5 cent tokens. Had to make sure I picked the right one. That's crazy, dude. It's a phishing scam people do to drain wallets. Yeah, you got to be careful. Definitely got to be careful with that, dude, for sure. Tim Shea coming hot with the 35 months, dude. Nice Seiko A-Team. Hell yeah, dude. You guys are awesome, dude. They should have went with a different ticker. Well, some people are still going to make scam tokens YJT. Like no matter what, they're going to come out and like launch fake tokens. Like as soon as you put the ticker out there, I mean, I guess you could like hide the ticker and then just launch with a ticker. I don't know how that'd work. So yeah. Hmm. A lot of meme crowd left for the predictive markets. Yeah, they probably did. I mean that's kind of what margin trading is, right? That's kind of what margin trading is. It's kind of what margin trading is. Just it's just It's just markets, right? So write something down here. Oddly enough, Pelosi didn't buy Cent. True. What does the ticker have to do with them making a scam token? When XCL came out, there were multiple. Yeah, they didn't make a scam. No one, someone out there made a scam token. Like Cent didn't make a scam token. There's people out there that made shady contracts to act as if they're Cent. 8 months, yeah. And what now? So I goes, hell yeah, Z Goals. Appreciate you, my guy. 8 months in, hell yeah, dude. I know you've been here. I think you've been here for almost a year now, dude. I think you've been here for almost a year. How much subs? What did I say? How many subs? Just dude. I'm not. I don't know if I'm gonna shave anytime soon, bro. I'm growing this thing out as much as I can. Sometimes it dips, sometimes it dumps, but the move is long term. If it goes to zero, well, then it goes to zero. Till then, stay strong and hold. I'm with you, bro. I'm still here, man. Anyone can make a token. Yeah, anyone can make a token. 100%, dude. I mean, I don't know shit about making tokens. Like I said, I could talk about them. I know like a little bit here and there, but I've never actually gone through and launched one. So like the intricacies of like how it works and like how to add liquidity and like all that kind of stuff. Like I've never done that. So like, I don't know what that looks like. I know just being here alone, like how it all works, but like that's about it, dude. But as far as everything else goes, I don't know. Making tokens is not that hard. Creating a successful project, yeah, launching tokens is hard, but creating a successful project is really hard to do. I have been hanging out with you for a while, Austin, but I just can't commit. What are you talking about, guy? Shaving a beard. You're talking about shaving a beard? Anyone else having problems getting the dashboard to come up? I think it just takes a second to come up, dude. It took a while to load, bro. It took like almost like 5 minutes to feel like what took forever to load. So yeah, don't ever shave the beard. I'm afraid to like shave the beard. Anyone? I'm afraid if I shave the beard, dude, I look so funny, man. I haven't had my beard shaved in so long. They shouldn't allow tokens of the same name to be created. I know it does suck, Kevin. I'm with you, bro. It sucks. Little late jumping on here. Better late than never. What's up, Standard Man? Good to see you, buddy. Hope all is well, my friend. Could a fellow make back his high investment back in 5 years, Austin? Yeah, I think so. I mean, look how long it took. It took XCL. It took XRP it took me to make almost. You got to think almost for 3 years we hovered around 50 cents. I bought it at 30 cents. I was only up like maybe 50% of my bag for 3 years. I was up 50% of my bag. XRP sat around for almost 3 years, only up anywhere from 20 to 30%. And then the thing went on a massive run. You know what I mean? So like just think about that. You know, you could have bought XRP sat around these levels for a really long time, guys. I mean, let's see, what was that time frame? I mean, this is right here. So about right here. Oops. We're talking 3 years, dude. 906 days, give or take. We sat around this level. Yeah, it peaked and came down and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, for it like sat around this level for almost 3 years, dude. You were maybe up 100% on your bag at one point. You know what I mean? I think it did come up here at one point. It did get a 2x. We almost got to $1 back in January here. But I mean, like, yeah, it's just crazy when you start to look at this. But I mean, it sat around for a really long time, just flatlined. And it took 3 years before we started to have a breakout. So I mean, like, no one was pissed off about XRP. And you got to think people were buying XRP back over here, and it came all the way down. I mean, they were literally down. You know, at one point they were down 96% on their bag. This came all the way down here at 12 cents. They were all the way down here at one point. XRP did the same thing, and no one. I mean, you know, but yeah, I mean, it never dipped below where it launched. But this is different times, different era, different times and stuff like that. But still, I mean, 96% down on your bag at one point for XRP. That's crazy. They put 100 in that transaction about 55. So they put about 533K. Okay. I get what you're saying now. It's pretty good. Okay. Don't do Austin like that. What if he got a weak chin? Well, I think I have a photo out there where I don't have a beard. I'd unsubscribe. But is it fair to compare XRP to? No. I'm just saying that, like, this still went down really far, right? I mean, you're just still holding this down. I mean, I had a friend who bought this and held it all the way to the floor, right? And then he sold it when it came back right here. He ended up selling it. You know what I mean? So like, and he didn't make that much off it because he bought it at such a high price. And no, I'm not comparing the two. No, you can't compare the two at all. But I'm just giving perspective. I guess I'm trying to give perspective. That's all it is. You know, it's just perspective. But this has come out for 3 days, and people are treating it like it should be, you know. People are making it seem like it needs to be this. If it doesn't pump, it's unsuccessful. And it's like, dude, it has to breathe. It has to breathe at some point. Everyone's just been selling. So, I mean, like, that's what they obviously wanted out of it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what else to say. It sucks. But I mean, like, yeah. And based off that, I mean, if there's still, you know, a million liquidity, that means that if there was a million liquidity put in, I mean, you know, we're sitting here at 800,000. It means that people sold off roughly $200,000 in liquidity, which is crazy. Pepe down 7x from its 52-week high. Good time to buy. I mean, yeah, we could look at Pepe. I haven't even looked at Pepe. Let's like see where Pepe's at. Do I even have Pepe up here? Pepe, yeah, Pepe's taking a, you know, I mean, Pepe's down pretty far too, but I mean, not from, you know, from its all-time high. But I mean, yeah, it's down, what, 85% from its all-time high? That's a lot. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of these things are down a lot. You know, people bought Pepe. Shit ton of people bought Pepe when it was up here at this price. And I mean, they're down significantly if they're still holding. I think a lot of cryptos are that way. The 36X from XCL got a lot of people on unrealistic expectations for the future. You know, it's the biggest thing that was hard when people were asking me, you know, like, you know, can Sentinel 35X? And I told them, like, you know, Xceller was, it's tough because like Exceller just was super unusual. It was just that's just not it's not common. That's not a common thing to happen. That's a XCL got, I don't know. Like it's just crazy what happened with XCL. It's an anomaly. It was an anomaly. And I said that multiple times. Dang, Sen is now hold my beer, Austin. I gotta get some dry powder. I got 0.06 USDT rewards from Cent. I'm never selling. Why couldn't Sentinel have just been a utility and not a token? It's a good question. I don't know, dude. It's a good question. Everyone needs to chill. There should have been a cap on the pre-sale. They pushed so hard for the pre-sale and then go silent. I think caps are, dude. That's a good point. I do think that caps actually. I mean, I think it's actually kind of shown itself, right? I mean, look at Exceller got a cap at what? I mean, it hit $850,000, and look what it did with that $850,000. Where Sentinel went, so high with such a big pre-sale, and then and I don't know if they've necessarily gone silent because they normally, I mean, they typically don't actually come out and say a whole lot anyways. I think that they try to do it through action, which is what they did with Exceller. So like I got to hand it to them. I mean, they came out here, they did these things. They're showing that this is working. So I mean, it's through action than anything else. You know what I mean? Like, and I could care less about what they're saying. I'd rather it be through action, just to like show something, right? And so I mean, as long as they're showing something and they come back out and they execute burns and they buy the chart back up like it shows here, then like that's the best thing you could do. The best thing they could do. I care less about what they say. I honestly give a shit less what they say. Like, we're working hard. Like, I don't care about that. No, I want to see it. I want to see it on the chart. You get what I'm saying? If things are official, transparent, then patience. Yeah, everyone that wants to buy already had. That's true. That's true. But yeah, now let them. Now that's the thing though, is that let the project FJO do its thing. Like if they're really out here, doing this, I mean, let it do its thing. Let it go out there and make the money and come back into the project. There was buy pressure on XCL because not everyone got in it. Everyone got in one. There was no pressure, no upside. Hopefully they update social soon. Yeah, XCL was kind of crazy, dude. I can't. XCL was an anomaly for sure. The XCL website update has been paused for a week with no updates though. Too okay. Yeah, probably because their focus is on. Probably because their focus is on Cent. I mean, like everything. But yeah, caps. I think it's proven that caps are kind of needed in a way. I'd rather the devs be head down working than to do hype on X. I'm with you too, dude. Like I said, if they start coming out like we're working hard, we're doing this, we're doing that, and they try to get in front of it, which is what they've never done before, and all of a sudden they're doing that, then I'd be like, okay, wait a second. I mean, just freaking, just make it, just do what it needs to do. That's all I care about. Just make it do what it needs to do, and we're good. When you cap a pre-sale and it sells out quick, it creates FOMO. That's true. That's true. But Exceller didn't sell out quick. Exceller took a month. You only got to like 850,000. So yeah, it's crazy when you start to look at it that way. I think this is where I was looking at this morning, dude. You too, Millicent. Good to see you. Hope all is well. It's going to take 200,000 in buys just to get back to pre-sale price. Yeah, and I mean that could happen over the next couple months, but as long as it gets back there, right? I mean that's the whole goal, and eventually continue to build and build and build. Yeah, it might not happen today, it might not happen tomorrow, it might not happen next month, but I mean, hopefully in 2-3 months from now, it is, right? And so the people that sold for a loss, they'll come back in 2-3 months from now, or 4 months, or however long it takes, and be pissed that they sold for their loss when they could have just, months. I mean, you don't know, dude. I don't know what it's going to take. I mean, at the pace that they're going right now, if they have 140,000, I mean, right now the pace for this, and again, I don't know. Again, it's going to obviously be broken down, but I mean, if they keep this pace of 9,000, if this bot is trading and making a profit of 9,000 a day, I mean, you're talking in 14 days, and what's the math in that? In 10 days, it's 90,000, right? So even if that's 10,000 in 14, it's 140,000. Even if you made that easy math, that's 140,000 in 14 days. If they're using the Swarm protocol thing, which again, like how that works, I don't know, but that's a big buyback if you think about it. That's a big buyback. Not the all. Then they can pay us all back. I mean, that's kind of. I mean, if you get back to your pre-sale, then you're basically people are probably going to sell to break even. That's the battle, right? That guy. If you hold on and wait for it to get back to pre-sale, people will probably sell at pre-sale price just to get break even. So you'll battle that too. So it's going to be an uphill battle no matter how you look at it now. Oh, dude, yeah, that's what sucks about base, man. They leave it in base wrap tokens, dude. Ugh, that makes my stomach hurt for you, dude. I'm so sorry, man. I think, in my opinion, Scent was a bit of a panic project. I think it was a good idea, but everyone needs to slow down. A lot of people jumped into it, dude. It's been out there. I'm down 65% on my bag with XRP. Holy crap. Yeah, I've DCA, but my DCA needs to DCA. I probably need to buy some too, dude. I'm down 65% of my bag with XRP. That's a lot too, dude. 65%. Gosh. Yeah. I think a lot of people have taken a beating for sure. I think it only makes that much on Swarm days autonomously. I believe it was only launched. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I have to do more research on that stuff. Are 5 wallets better than one in a pre-sale? Austin, what do you mean? Are 5 wallets better than one in a pre-sale? I mean, it's probably better. Austin, all is well here, life, but there's still blood, still on the streets. I know, Millicent. It's pretty tough right now, dude. It is tough to see. 7 days are trending downward for sure. Getting a little beat up out there. That's no question about that. Um, now push through the floor of the print. Well, I mean, like, I don't. It doesn't always work out like that, dude. Like, again, that's where I don't know how long you been in crypto, dude. Like, you got to think you're not gonna just allocate like if you think about it, like you can't just allocate $4 million to a chart. Like, it doesn't work like that, dude. Especially if you're using that money you're allocating that money to the bot, and then you have to let the bot go out there and make it, make the money. The reason why it's below price is because people are literally selling. That's literally what it is. There's nothing that adds up. That's what adds up. That's the only thing that adds up is that the people are selling. Like, that's why it's going down. People are selling. People are selling at losses. It's crazy. Are we gonna miss the volatility when it's gone? No, no, not at all, dude. Yeah, I got airdropped last, dude. I can see. Yeah, I got my airdrop like one of the last, dude. I mean, to me, this looks like Scent on sale. Yeah, the whole market's on sale right now. Mm, I can see Bitcoin down 40 to 50K. It's down pretty good right now. I mean, Bitcoin's getting pretty beat up right now. I mean, it's down what? What is it down? 30% right now? Yeah, exactly 30% right now. So it's bounced back from the 36% that it came down, sitting around this 30%. It's been sitting around this 30% for almost 90 days now, Now that we're in a bear, do you have any regrets about not taking profits? I mean, no. I don't want to take the tax. I've said I don't want to take the tax. I mean, a lot of my bags I'm up on, you know what I mean? So, like, I don't want to have the tax implications when I could just hold on and they'll get higher in the next run. You know what I mean? So no, I don't look at any of that kind of stuff or feel any kind of way. Yeah, the cent holders are tax harvesting right now. They have to be, but the most important thing is that if you're tax harvesting, you gotta buy back in. You sell it and then you buy back in. So how much then I could be buying now instead of pre-sale? I know. I'm with you, dude. What's your guess on the bear market time frame? I mean, these things can last anywhere from 6 months, 3 months to a year. It all depends. Some people are thinking that the bottoms. There was a chart I showed. I don't know what day I showed it, but there was a chart I showed. I probably could find it real quick if I wanted to. There was a chart I showed about the bear market coming up here. I don't know if I'll be able to find it again, but it was a pretty good looking chart, and it showed like where we're at in terms of the bear market and like where we're at versus where we could go. And it's saying that October of 2026 will be the bottom of the bear market based off this person's where it's actually looking. So yeah, there's a lot of bullish and bearish side of this whole thing. Some people think that we, are going to fall into a bear market and be in a bear market until October of next year because that's the 4-year cycle. So if you're on the 4-year cycle fix, then that's kind of like then that's your argument is that, hey, we're on a 4-year cycle, we stay on the 4-year cycle, and when that 4-year, and because a lot of us were saying October was going to be the downturn, right? We were saying that from a long time, and then October came and that downturn happened. But how fast does it come back out? I don't know. Some people were thinking a year. I hope not. I hope it's less than a year. I hope that Q1 of this year we start to bounce back. That's really what I hope. Guy, Jake Gyllenhaal. He's a lot more ripped and fit than I am. How could you disassociate from a 20K investment? Clearly, you are on a way different playing field than most of us. I'm not, dude. I'm totally disappointed, dude. I said that when I first started, bro. There's I'm down $8,000, a little like $8,000. I'm totally disappointed in it, dude. I mean, I'm up on Exceller, so it's like, Exceller, I'm still up almost what 246. I'm almost up a 4x on Exceller. I'm down $800 or $8,000 on Cent. Like, yeah, I'm totally bummed out, bro. I mean, I don't know how else do you want me to express it. I mean, I'm gonna come on here and start ranting and raving and like when I mean, what do you want? What am I supposed to say or do? I mean, I was down further on Hedera. I mean, I told people in my Discord I actually sold I sold my Hedera and bought Ethereum literally 2 days ago for tax harvesting, dude. I was down. I bought Hedera back. When Hedera was pumping, we were all buying it. I think it was my average was like 19 cents, dude. It was the only Hedera was the only crypto that I was actually like bought like during this time frame was Hedera that I added, and I kind of just was like just kind of rode it through, and I was like adding a little bit and up and down with it. And then I stopped, right? But then that Hedera's been down. You know what I mean? Hedera's been a bad investment this year, like no question. But I mean, I've taken a bigger hit from Hedera on my tax harvesting, so I'm like, I clearly think that this is gonna, and so I took I actually took that as a hit, bought back in. So, and you can do the same thing right now with Sentinel. You can come back in and if you want to take your losses on this for this year, you can come back in and put sell Cent and buy back in for the same price and take that 8,000 and roll it back over into for a tax loss. 8K to a millionaire is different than 8K to me. I mean, it's not like this thing is like I look at this and I'm like I put money into this knowing like, hey, it's in my marketing wallet. It's there for everyone to see. Like I share this with everyone. I put my money there, and I already kind of counted it for a loss. You know what I mean? I wasn't going to sell it. Unless it gets to big exchanges, we want you to start crying. I know. I don't think about like as soon as I put it in here, like there's what am I if I'm in on it, like what else am I going to do? Like sweat it? Like I don't know what to say. You don't get emotional. That's how you make mistakes. Yeah, I try not to be emotional. Like yeah, part of the deal. H bars, you just want me. Yeah, I'm down on the H bar. I was down on H bar. You're too honest. Please take your loss increase. People have to start pocket watching. Dude, people do it all the time, dude. Pocket watching is like the biggest thing, dude. I mean, like people always look at wallets. And they'll always tell you what you should have done and could have done, or how you should have done it, or what you should have done. And people always have those opinions, and just kind of it is what it is. Wash trade your ass off time of the year. Yeah, that's kind of what it is, Rob. I mean, like you got to, you know what I mean? I appreciate too fast. It's an investment, not a bet. People have no idea. Well, I put that out there. Yes, sweat it like the rest of us gambling with child support money. Like, yeah, like I said, you should only invest what you're willing to lose. I've always said that. And again, like, yeah, of course you want the price to go up. like who wants it to go down? That's craziness. Like I can't wait till this launches and like I lose money. I can't wait till that happens. Like that's crazy. I can't wait till the day that this launches and like I'm down $8,000. I can't wait till that day happens. When's pre-sale launch? Like who does that? Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Yep, it's what it is. It is a roller coaster for sure, Potter. I'm not looking at my wallet. I think I'm probably down 50%. Stepping the ground. I'm with you. I'm down. I'm down pretty good too. One short from midnight on silver is going strong. Hell yeah, dude. Slim Jesus, you killing me, bro. I think the algo. I think you got to look at the website, dude. That's where the tokenomics are. Do you know how to tax harvest sent in CoinTracker? Does it show up for me? Plan to immediately buy back. Yeah, just put the wallet in there. You got to put your wallet that has it in there, and then just buy and sell it, dude. If all goes wrong, can we just move into you, Austin? You guys are funny, dude. You guys are funny. But all right, guys, I'm gonna hop off here. I got to get some. I got to go do some soccer training with the girls. Got it scheduled here for noon, so I got to get that rock and rolling. And I got to take some meds. I've been feeling crappy, man. I woke up this morning. This weekend was a long weekend. I'm surprised the girls are ready to rock and roll, dude. They kicked out. They worked so hard this weekend. It was crazy, dude. Crazy how hard they worked. And yeah, and they're coming out and doing some training today. Did I show you guys my daughter's move she made up? Did I show you guys my daughter's move she made up for soccer? She made up her own little. Oops, wrong one. She made up her own little move for soccer. I freaking love it, dude. I can't wait till she actually puts it into. I'm feeling crappy too, getting sick. I think so too, man. I woke up feeling like crap today. Let's see here. How do I shift this again? There we go. Did I show you guys this? Did I show you guys this move? I might have showed you this or not. I don't know. Here's her move. Yeah, that's her little move that she's got. Her nifty little move. She crosses over, boom, steps over, then steps back, and then comes back in for the shot. That's the move. That's every great soccer player has to have their own move, right? So there it is, dude. Yeah, little Ronaldo. Lexi is the next Messi. Yeah, she got a nice little kick there. Her kick's getting a lot better, a lot stronger too. Look at that. Look at that kick. Boom. But yeah, it's her nice little move here. It's coming in hot. Boom. Yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, it's a nice little move. I like it. What are your guys' thoughts? What do you guys give that? It's an ankle breaker for sure. Oh, she got it. Yeah, I know. Sweet move. Yeah. It's called the Lexi. We're gonna call it the Lexi. Yeah, everyone else has their own move. Call it the Lexi. I'll play one more time and then we'll hop off. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. But oops. Let's delete it. Yeah, so when I was that age, I was so clumsy. Combat sports helped me out a lot. I know, me too, dude. I was, yeah, like wrestling, you definitely get your balance, dude. Class superstar, Jamaican. Yeah, I know. I am proud, 100%. Just invested 5K in a spot in alts. What do you think? Yeah, I mean that's crazy. I think alts have a good shot, but yeah, we're in a full blown bear market. Yeah, it's definitely a bear market for sure. Lux, what's up, dude? Yeah, definitely is. But all right, guys, with all that, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. We're going to continue to watch the charts. Obviously, the charts are a little bit down. I mean, it's a bit of a bloodbath right now. Even in the last couple hours, it's been a little bit down. So we'll continue to monitor and go from there. So I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. I appreciate each and every one of you coming on here and watching and kicking it with me today. Hope you guys, go out there, touch some grass, get away from all this. That's kind of what I was doing all weekend. So yeah, but with all that, love you guys a ton. We're out. Peace out, everyone.